Hi guys, it's me again, Pure Career Shadowing with Sim under the big umbrella of Career Shadowing, all things careers. I'm here with
Luando.
Luando. Luando
Yes,
who?
Luando Skeng.
Luando Schenge, man. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too, my brother.
What we do, we trying to expose learners and students into future careers
Okay.
and careers with opportunities because
Okay.
in South Africa when job
Yeah.
opportunities are a problem. So I'd like to know what do you do and how do you do it?
So I'm a social media manager.
Oh,
Okay.
social media manager.
Social media manager.
Great.
This career didn't exist when
Wow.
I was still in school because
Nice.
there wasn't social media. Only when I got to high school we started getting things like Facebook.
How old are you? No, I'm kidding.
I'm
Continue.
30. Yeah,
Continue.
I'm actually 36. Funny enough,
All
I
right.
went to school not too far from here.
Great.
I went to Drakensberg Boys Choir School
No,
for
so you
5
can
years,
sing
so
too.
I know
Nice.
Bergville very well.
Great. Great.
This is my area,
No,
so it
nice
doesn't
to
matter
know.
where you come from, you can make it. So I work at Standard Bank as a
Mm.
social media manager.
Wow.
How I got
How,
into
how you got into
how I
just
got into that, Nje, is I studied journalism because I loved writing.
okay,
And I
journalism.
loved writing, I loved communicating. So I studied journalism and communication.
Mm.
And then by the time I was in varsity, there was things now of social media.
Yes.
So I went to work at an ad agency as a community manager. What the community manager does is he write. You see the let's say for instance you're on Facebook and you see FNB. You see that social media post
Yes.
that would have been a community manager who made it. So
Who
you
made
manage the community of FNB.
Okay.
I got in that way,
Sophisticated.
and then after a few years, you become a social media manager.
Mm.
Why that is elevated. Now you need to think strategy.
All
What
right.
does everything look like? Why does it make sense?
Wow.
And then eventually, after a few years of that, I moved to corporate and I do social media for Standard Bank. So if you've got a passion for writing, if you've got a passion for communicating,
Yes.
and if you love social media,
Mm.
this is a career you can.
I
Get
mean, we all
into
love
very-
social media. We just don't get
Exactly.
paid for
You
it.
just don't get paid. So I get paid to be on social media.
How
So-
cool, man.
So why I'm here this weekend
Yes.
is that we're sponsoring this race
Great.
and we are creating social media content, and that's what's
Man.
going to go out there. So
Wow.
if you love writing,
Right.
you love communicating, you're already all on social media. Everyone's doing TikToks. You can do my job. It's very rewarding. Look,
I'm
it's a
coming.
Friday and I'm here.
I'm coming for your job, man.
Anytime. And also, guys, like I said, follow your passion.
Follow your passion.
If I
Very
could give
important.
one piece of advice,
Yes.
if you follow your passion, the money will follow. Don't follow the money, and then let the
That's
passion
very
come
profound.
later.
If you follow
your passion, the
then
money,
the money will follow.
follow.
Oh man, just maybe do you need math, pure math, literacy? What do you need at high
So-
school going to varsity?
So interestingly, I did maths core and I
Yes.
did science because I first started studying law. My parents wanted to be in law.
Science, law,
Yeah,
journalism.
yes,
What?
and then I ended up in journalism. What I will say about maths literacy and maths
Yes.
core, if regardless of what your degree is, what you're going to study,
Yes.
if you feel that your maths is strong enough, do maths core.
Mm.
Regardless of whether it's even if you're in a communication role, there's only one reason why I say that
Yes.
is that maths gives you a proper foundation.
So everything
It's not that I'm
basics.
saying maths literacy is wrong.
Mm.
It's fine, but if you can do core maths,
Do
do
it.
it.
Mm.
Don't just leave
least
it off.
now.
Just do it. But maths literacy, if you're going to be in a communication degree,
Yes.
a social media degree, maths literacy is fine. That will get you into those degrees.
100%.
However, I will say, and this honestly, what some people might not tell you, maths core, if you can do it, do it. It just looks good.
Very important. It opens up opportunities
It does.
also.
It does.
Because, I
It
mean,
does.
you can imagine maybe if you wanted to be a doctor,
Exactly.
you would have been a doctor if you wanted to.
If you wanted to.
Mm.
If you want to be a pilot, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to
opens
be,
up.
it opens up all those doors and everything that you could do. Even my role, I did maths school, you'll still get in.
100,
If you're going to do maths
100,
literacy, it's a
100%.
bit more niche and specialized.
Nice.
So that'll be my one. I know math. I didn't like maths,
No one
but I
likes it.
did it just because it looks good. Yeah.
I mean, look at you now. Just take us through a typical day of a social media manager. You walking to your workspace, you open up the office. What do you do? Like, take us there.
Funny enough, I open up. First, I greet my friends because
How's
I'm in
it, guys?
marketing. Listen, we don't wear ties and suits in marketing, even though I wear the banks, chilly and
Ah,
relaxed,
man, come
which
on.
is nice. If you want my job, you're going to be able to dress more relaxed.
Ah.
But the first thing I do when I open up my laptop, let me put it as a social media manager, I would look at all my platforms. So I'd get onto LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok.
TikTok.
First thing I do at work,
TikTok's like a
imagine.
virus.
It's everywhere, guys. You can't escape TikTok and AI. Those things are coming. Please know that.
Ooh, and it might replace
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it's there. I use it every day.
Yes.
If you can start, I would say, one piece of advice if you want to get ahead,
Yes.
AI.
Mm.
AI, guys. If you have an understanding and grasp of that, trust me, you're going far. So
And
it
you can
open,
integrate it with what you're doing.
trust me, and the corporates, we use it, starting to use it every single day, and they're loving it more and more and more. So
Mm.
this next generation, if you have a grasp of AI, you will get a job. I promise you.
You don't need a degree.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you might not even need one by the time you get there.
Yes.
So I'd open up, check my platforms.
Yes.
After that, I would do a little bit of reporting to see
Mm.
how we're performing last month. Then typically I would look at my calendar for the day,
Mm.
spend some time putting out posts for the week, spend some time community managing. That's
Yes.
where I interact with the people
With the
online.
people. Yes.
And that's basically my day on a typical Monday, I would say. I'm on these platforms all the time, but I'm also thinking innovative new ideas. I find
Mm.
creativity everywhere. So I try to think what can be new that we can be different. If you can be different and if you're an effective communicator, you'll be
Yes.
good at my job. So I try to find
Wow.
pieces of inspiration.
Is there money there though?
Yeah, icon man, seven's a bank. I work at a
Hey!
bank. Good luck. I play. In an ad agency. I started at an ad agency and then I went to corporate.
Yes.
If I could give one piece of advice, start in an ad agency because
agency.
that is a great ground base of where to learn everything.
100%.
You don't get as much money, but you're forced to do everything. I was forced to be a copywriter, a community manager, a designer.
All
Money
these big
wasn't
words.
wasn't that great, but it was a great foundation for when
Great
I
starts.
became
Yeah.
a social media. Like I said, guys, passion, money
And
will
you'd
follow.
know because
Yes.
I just don't understand how can you manage something that you've never done yourself. So now you're managing, but you know all the small departments underneath the management.
you
It
get
comes in handy.
you get taught. You get and with this job you'll have to learn on the fly and you have to accept that you're going to make mistakes. The best thing about when you manage, so I manage Standard Bank. So what I do is I try to spend as much time understanding Standard
Understanding.
Bank. I used to manage
Wow.
X. I used to manage Hewlett Sugar, Lipton
Yo.
Iced Tea, Milo.
Come manage my
Quite a-
platform.
I can manage your program. But the easiest thing is you just spend time on the internet and you spend time looking what type of persona, like how do they speak? Are they funny? Are they serious? What
Great.
type of post do they put out?
Great.
So that's what I'm saying. My job is to spend as much time online
Trying
to
to-
understand the brand, see what other brands, the competitors are doing, see what we can do. That's why it's such a cool job. Like I said, I get to be on social media every day.
And we can safely say it's the next big thing. I mean, it didn't exist about 20 years ago.
It didn't.
It only
But
just started.
That's why I was studying law. I remember it didn't exist, but it's not going anywhere. In fact, it's going to get even more with the advent of AI. And there's many ways to get into it. You don't need to study journalism per se. You can study communication. You can study marketing.
Wow.
You can study brand. So there's many ways. Right now, there's even varsities now starting to give social media degrees, which was
Exactly,
never there.
because we're looking at the future
at the
careers
future
now.
career. So,
Yeah.
but there's many ways to get to what I do. What
get
I
to
like,
it.
it's not one clear defined role like a doctor. Anyone, and I've said this, anyone can do my job. Now, it's just how effectively you do it. But the job I like that it's broad, that it's not specific, that you have to have studied in the No, you can study whatever you want to study and come into this. But like I said, if you're an effective communicator and you have a passion for writing, you can have my
I'll
job.
use the AI to write for me, but I have a passion for
You see,
communicating.
one thing on AI, I use AI
Yes.
and I'm pushing it at work. However, you've always got to have the human element.
Every
Because
time.
AI can write,
Yes.
but AI is not going to be able to relate the way we relate.
Relate-
So what
exactly.
I would say is use AI to write,
Use it as a tool.
or actually have an idea and then
Yes.
use it as a tool to help
To
you
enhance
writing,
it.
to enhance it. But always check and think, what would a human feel
Perceive
reading
this,
this?
100%.
Because this human interaction,
Oh, it's very important.
AI
man.
is not going to be
imagine
able
if
to.
I was a robot.
Exactly.
That's how old are you?
So that would be my advice. Use
All right.
AI as a tool.
Now to wrap it up, man, thank you so much. I really do
Pleasure.
appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
I just want you to tell the viewers there to please follow at All Things Careers and Career Shadowing with Sim.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I love speaking to those who are coming after me because those before me paved the same route. So do me a favor and please follow this amazing platform that allowed me to speak today because it looks like they're doing great things. I'll be following. So the first handle you need to follow is
All things careers.
at All Things Careers, guys. At All Things Careers on what platforms?
TikTok, Facebook,
TikTok,
YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube.
Yes.
And the second one I need you to follow is
At Career Shadowing with Sim.
at Career Shadowing with Sim on
Yeah,
Facebook,
it's on YouTube,
TikTok,
just on
or
YouTube.
just on YouTube.
Yes.
That one's just on YouTube.
YouTube.
At Career Shadowing with Sim.
Yes.
Guys, follow these platforms. I'll be doing the same thing. And I hope to see the next generation and future out here with me one day.
Signing
Stop
out.